Living and undead alike, thank you for joining me. My name is Herd Zombie. Now before I begin this video, riddle me this. Have you ever been drooling over your favorite streamer's elite MLG no-scoping skibbity boobops and had the epiphany, hey, I have absolutely no personality, but I am what my friends, if I had any, would consider a pro gamer. Or maybe you have an amazing personality, a great sense of humor, and just flat out suck at anything and everything video games. Or you could be like me and have the personality of a turnip and the hand-eye coordination of a slug. Either way, if you fall under any of those three categories, or are just generally interested in the life of a Twitch streamer, then this tutorial may be for you. I'm going to be doing a series on these tutorials based on your interest. That depends on how long the tutorial is going to be and how much things I explain, but every tutorial is going to be specific things and as straight and to the point as possible, unless there are variations, and we're going to go more into depth on what you can do in those situations. So you're looking at this interface, if you could, this amazing monstrosity of a program that completely intimidates everybody that first looks at it, and they usually just turn away and say, I have no fucking idea what I'm looking at. You have these things called scenes and sources. We're not going to get into that on this tutorial, so if you're interested in that, check in on the next tutorial that I will be having up in a few days, depending on your interest. Today, we are going to be worrying about what I worry about on every program that I first open, and that is the settings. I don't do anything with a program until I am absolutely sure that the settings are to the point that I like them to be. Now, keep in mind as well that I do not do tutorials. This is my first one that I have ever done, so leave me a like down below if you enjoyed this. Throw me a comment asking me any questions that I may not have explained, because like I said, I'm not perfect at this, but I'm going to explain this to the best of my ability, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so now we are into the settings, and the first one that you will see it tabbed over is the general settings, and under that you will find language, English, setting, profile. Now what does that mean exactly? That means that you can set different profiles. You can set your settings to do stuff like, if you want a higher quality for YouTube, then you'd probably want to make a different profile so you can easily switch to that if you live both lives, YouTube and Twitch. I just do Twitch with this, so I'm going to have my profile as Twitch. You save it afterwards, after you've done all the settings, name it and whatnot. And I know that I don't know everything about this program. So there are a lot of settings that have been on here that are default ticked or not ticked. I just left them if I did not understand them. I had no problem with the settings they were at. My stream is fine as far as I know from the feedback from my viewers. So we're gonna go kind of skim past the things that I don't quite understand, but I will cover the things that are the most important. So these are my settings. All these are unticked. Not 100% sure what they would help with. We're going to start with one of the, probably the most important tab, and that is the encoding tab. And this is where you're going to have your quality. This is where you're going to change your quality if you want it higher or lower, and the things you need to do in order to properly stream out for the first time. Stream out, yo, that sounds like something power. Anyways, the encoder is set to X264. That was the default, and I'm pretty sure that's just MP4. That's the most viable, I guess, format. CBR, that is checked. Enable CBR padding, that is checked. If you want to uncheck this, you can set the quality balance. I'm not 100%, I'm pretty sure that just has to do with quality. I have mine set to 10, I have no problem with that, so I kept it that way. The max bitrate, ooh, this is the best one. This is we're getting into the big dogs right here already. The max bitrate is the most important thing that you can do to have your stream seamless and flow nicely. You don't want any buffering. You don't want, crappy quality on your FPS in your games, because the higher the quality, the more it'll affect your games. Mine is set to 2500. Now I'm going to explain why it is set to 2500, and that is because if you are, this is all depending on your upload, because when you stream on Twitch, you are uploading information for viewers to download, essentially. And that means the max bitrate, kilobytes a second, or kilobytes, has to be set according to your upload speed, unless you have been blessed with amazing upload. Now, are you confused about upload speed? Well, okay, let's go through a quick explanation of that. What you're going to need to do to check your upload, we're going to leave that for a second. We're going to open Chrome. First off, with OBS, to set the proper bitrate of your stream, you're going to need to understand what your upload rate is. Now, a good, quick way to tell what it is to go to a website called www.speedtest.net. I will leave the link in the description below if I remember. If not, you can figure that out. All you need to do is just click begin test. It should set it to the closest, most accurate server, and just check out what speeds you're running at. Luckily, I am blessed with a decent enough internet that I do not have to worry about setting down my bitrate to compensate for my bad upload speed. But we will get into why you need to do that anyways. Okay, now we are finished the test. We have all of our information here that we need to set our bitrate. The download speed is not required knowledge in order to set your bitrate. Neither is ping. Upload speed is what we're looking for. Luckily, I have 56.7 megabits upload speed, and that is pretty good. Now, I realize that not everybody is going to have an upload speed this high. The most optimal upload speed that you could have in order to stream on Twitch is 3 megabits upload or higher. Lower, you can still do it. Don't worry, if you have a low upload speed, then you can still stream. But you have to dampen the quality a bit to compensate for how much information you can upload to your stream at once. We're going to go over that pretty soon. Now, if we go back into the settings tab and go to encoding, we'll see 2500 kilobytes a second. Now, what does that mean? 2500 kilobytes a second translates into 2.5 megabytes a second. That is how much information that you're going to be uploading at one time. So since I have 56.7 megabits a second upload rate, why do I not set my bit rate to 56,700 kilobytes a second? There's a lot of reasons for that. One, the quality would be trying to capture way too much information, and it would bog down my computer immensely, if not just, overheat it and crash. And two, until you have that fancy little subscriber button at the bottom of your stream, your viewers won't be able to change the quality of your stream. So they'll have to watch the stream at the quality that you are setting it to. And people, believe it or not, don't have that great of download speeds. They cannot get that information that quickly, so there will be stuttering and stuff like that. The best setting that I have found to set it to is 2500 for me. That seems to be the most comfortable for the people with lesser internet, and the quality is still good enough for people to see everything clearly. Okay, say if you have an upload rate of 2.5 megabits a second, you're not going to want to set it at exactly 2500 megabits a second, because that is taking literally all of your upload speed, and you do want to save some. So I would suggest that you set it a couple hundred notches down, so maybe 2200. That might be a more comfortable spot for you to set it at in order to stream properly and still be able to do something or whatever you need it for. You want to save some extra. You don't want to put it the whole way up. But that will essentially be your guide to how to set up the bit rate, and that is the overall quality setting of your Twitch stream. That is probably the most difficult thing for people to understand, so I'm glad that we got that out of the way, and I hope I explained everything properly enough for you. If I did not, again, leave the comments down below, and I will tend to that. Broadcast settings. Now, here we are. Again, a kind of a little confusing of a screen, but what we're going to do here is we're going to start a mode. You're going to want to go to live stream. Now, if you don't want to live stream, and if you just want to record, which OBS does do, put it to file output only. That's fine. This tutorial is not meant for you if you're going to do that, though. Streaming service, Twitch. You got YouTube, you got Hitbox. Look at all the things that you can do. Wow, I actually didn't know there was that many things on the list. YouTube is now a thing that you can stream with, so if you're interested in that, this will still help you the same way, kind of. FMS URL. This is going to be what you're going to be bouncing off in order to display your video. You're going to want to pick the thing with the lowest ping. Mine is US East, New York, New York. Yours is going to be different because you don't live where I live. Unless you do, then get out of my house. But what you can do to find the place with the lowest ping, more suitable for your location, is going down to server ping. If your OBS does not have this may be a plugin. Mine came with it. Yours should too. Then if you go down here, it should show you, where is it? Twitch. Yeah, there it is anyways. There it is, and we go over to US East, New York, New York, and mine is 28, and that seems to be the lowest on my list of Twitch servers. So I'm going to, of course, click that one. So after you got that all set up, you're going to need to find your play path stream key bracket, if any bracket. How are you going to find that, you say? What is that? That is your key to unlocking the door to your Twitch stream. Think of it as a key. That is a key. That's exactly what it is, stupid. I'm calling myself stupid, not you. How you're going to need to find this is you're going to need to go to twitch.tv. Hopefully you already have a profile set up. If not, go do that. And then you're going to need to go to dashboard. Once you get to dashboard, you're going to need to go to the button that says stream key. Go to the button. Click the button. Blah, blah, blah. Some broadcasting applications require a stream key in order to connect to broadcast to your Twitch channel. You're going to click show key. And then it's going to tell you something like, never share your stream key with anyone or show it on stream. Twitch stat, blah, 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 blah. Don't show it to anybody, because that means that they can take their OBS and then stream on your channel. And you don't want that. Nobody wants that. So we're not going to do that. And after you got your stream key all set up, your little key to unlock the door that is Twitch streaming, we're going to go down to auto reconnect. If you time out for any reason, or if your internet just shits the bed, it's going to auto reconnect automatically for you. That's what auto means. When your internet gets back up. Auto reconnect timeout, 10 seconds, whatever. Automatically save stream to file. Now, if you're a person that also uploads, say, highlights, or you want to take this stream and put parts on YouTube, or the full thing if you're ridiculous and think people are going to watch a 2-hour stream, or something like that, then you're going to automatically save the stream to a file, and that will also record your stream for you to edit in whatever editing program you have and make a video out of it. This is what I do. I really enjoyed this functionality. If you're interested in that, then just click that little button, the check mark. File path, wherever you want it to save to. Replay buffer length, we're gonna just leave that at 1 because that's what mine's set to and it works. Replay buffer file path, I'm pretty sure that's, yep, nope, that's fine. That's fine how it is. Keep that the way it is. If that is set somewhere like that, that works fine for me, and it should for you too, hopefully. Okay, the video, you're going to want to set whatever video card you're using. It should be popping up right here. I'm pretty sure it would just pop up automatically. Base resolution, if you're running a 1080 monitor, then you should just set it at 1920 by 1080. Aspect ratio 16:9. That will be fine. Now, again, with the whole don't have a subscribe button, can't do everything you want just yet because your viewers won't be able to see it thing. Right now, the best way I find to stream is to resolution downscale 1.5 to 720p. That means that your stream will be broadcasted to the viewers at 720p. It will still capture your 1080 monitor, but it will downscale it so it makes it easier for your viewers to see. And same with the frames per second. Keep that at 30 for right now. Once you get that subscribe button, you can change this to whatever you want. If you have a 4K monitor, stream at that. I don't know if they have that. No, they probably don't. The filter is at bilinear for me, fastest. I'm pretty sure that works the best. Again, just starting out, just want to make it easiest for your viewers to see. Audio, desktop audio device. You want that set as default because down here you have your desktop audio. See this little thing? You can adjust it during the stream anytime you want. If games are too high, if games are too low, if your voice is too high, too low, adjust it right there on the fly. It's great. You're going to want to set your desktop audio device to default, whatever that is. Your microphone, set it to your microphone. Show only connected devices. Yep, don't want to check that. You do not need this. This is all into the default settings, I believe, and this should stay this way. Desktop boost 1. You can't set these to 0. They stay like this, so we should keep it like that. Hotkeys. Do you want any hotkeys? Here's all your hotkeys. You'll figure that part out. Advanced. Ooh, good. This is a bunch of stuff that I don't understand and kept most of it at the default settings, and all of them seem to work perfectly fine for me. So we're going to start with use multi-thread optimizations. We're going to have that checked. A priority class, I put that as above normal. I believe that just makes it like prioritize over other programs on your desktop to make it run smoother. Scene buffering time, milliseconds, 700 milliseconds. I believe I had that set at 70 at one point. I'm not, as far as I know, the higher you put that, the more it's going to buffer your scene. and the longer it's going to take to get to that person. We're just going to leave that as it is right now. I am sure that is the default settings, and it works. Again, it works for me. Disable encoding while previewing. We're going to keep that checked because you definitely don't want it to put that much strain on a preview that only you're going to be able to see. Allow other modifiers on hotkeys. I don't use those sort of things, so I kept that checked. It doesn't really affect me any. Times 264 CPU preset. We put this on very fast. That seems to be the easiest on the CPU and has the best quality for me. If you have a God Jesus-like computer, you can put it on faster. Anywhere below that, anywhere slower, then it definitely shits on it at some point. Coding profile, we'll want that set to main. Keyframe interval, you're going to want that set at 2 because for some reason I read something one day that Twitch now supports just 2. 0, I don't know. Something about 2 is important, keep it on 2. CFR, I have that checked. I do not have this checked. I do not have encode in full range checked. I do not have allow 61 to 120 FPS entry in video settings checked because you definitely don't want to even go above 30 right now, to be honest. Audio, forced out stop audio to use video timestamps, blah, blah, blah. You don't need it. Unless you do, unless you understand what this is, then check it if you need it. Use mic QPC timestamps. I don't have that checked. Automatic low latency mode. I do not have that checked. Bind interface default. Latency tuning factor 20. Disable TCP send. Anyways, those are all the default things. I did not change anything with all of those. I just kept them as they are. Anyways, QuickSync encoding. All of it's grayed out. Why? I have no idea. I didn't touch any of it. It's good the way it is. And in all honesty, that is all the things you'll need to know for the basic settings to get your quality set properly depending on your upload and your computer strength to start streaming on Twitch. Again, if there is anything that I did not cover properly or just skimmed by without really paying any attention to it or for your sake, then please leave a comment down below, and if I know the answer, I will answer. If it's something that you could just Google, I'm not going to answer because Google sometimes is much better than waiting for my response. And if it's just plain out doesn't make sense, I'm also not going to answer you. So if you don't get an answer, then that's probably why. Alright guys, again, leave a like down below if you enjoyed. I really hope you do because I'd like to delve deeper in my setup and my processes that I use for Twitch streaming because I've had a lot of fun with it, and I hope that you guys can get your Twitch stream set up as well so you can enjoy the wonderful life of having people laugh at all of your fuck ups. Anyways guys, my name is HurtZombie and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you in the next video.